In this video, I'm going to be doing a review of Forex Tester 5. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down Forex Tester 5. This is a backtest simulator. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I use Forex for my backtest simulations. The guys at Forex Tester 5 reached out to me and asked me to do a review. Now, this is a partnership. They did give me a free license, but I did say to them, I'm going to be totally honest. If it's crap, it's crap. But as it turns out, after playing around with the software, I did really enjoy it. So I decided that I would go ahead and make this video so I can share with you a very valuable tool that can improve your trading quite a lot if you decide to use it. So if you've been looking into getting a Forex simulator or you are directly looking into Forex Tester 5, this video is going to show you an introduction to that. It's going to break it down, show you the software in action, and then I'm going to give you some pointers on which is best for you based on price, smoothness, the overall experience with a simulator versus TradingView versus Forex. And if you want to adopt a Forex simulator into your trading, which I heavily advise you do, you'll definitely find this video valuable. So without further ado, let's dive into the software. I'll show you all about it, and then I'll give you my verdict. Do I think this is good? How does it weigh up against the other options? And which one is right for you? Now it's time to dig into the software itself. And as you can see here on the screen, this is the Forex Tester 5 dashboard. So when you've downloaded the software and logged in, this is what you'll see. Now what I'm going to do is go through the key benefits to see if it's for you. And then I'm going to break down how it actually works and show you an example of the software live in action. As you can see, there is a lot to take in. So when you start out, you might be a little bit overwhelmed, but this is the same as any Forex simulator. In short, what we have is our chart. We have our simulation account. You can see down here, balance 300,000. We have our specification sheet, which shows us our results and basically all the statistics that we can see from our trades. And then we've also got different tabs for orders, charts, data, strategies, and so on and so on. Now for the basics, all you're going to need to get backtesting is the home section. This is where you can actually run the simulation, and that's going to run through price action like so. You can change the speed of that as well. If you want to run it slow, like real time, you can do when you're in a trade. If you want to run it fast to skip through price action or get it done quick, you can do that as well. The timeframes are also here. We have an orders sheet where we can put an order in. We can put pending orders or market orders, and then charts. This is where we can actually add graphic elements to our trading so that we could actually draw on, for example, demand zones, or supply zones, or key levels, or resistance, support, trend lines, blah, blah, blah. Everything is there. You can also add indicators if you want to. This is quite useful because you can install your own indicators. So you could put session indicators in there if you wanted to. There's also obviously different ones already in there: average daily range, volume, the basic trend indicators that you'll see anywhere. So if you want to test out an indicator strategy, you can do that in here as well. And if it's a custom indicator, you can install that yourself. You can switch between candles, line charts, all of that. We're obviously going to stick to candles because that's what I use in my own testing. So really, there is a lot going on, and there's a lot that you can actually take from this, and there's a lot that you can learn from the testing simulations. So before we actually show some examples, the key benefits of the Forex Tester 5 software are, first of all, everything is automatically calculated for you. So you can see over here on the left the statistics that we have. If I was to take trades, all the statistics will be calculated in here, meaning you don't need to journal everything yourself. Now, if you've watched previous videos, I've showed you how to start backtesting using TradingView. This is all good, but you are drastically limited on how far back you can go. If you want to backtest intraday trading, you can literally only go back 2 or 3 weeks. As opposed to this, you could go and backtest the 1-minute chart from about 10 to 15 years ago if you really wanted to, and if you brought the data package that allowed you to do that. As well as that, this is all simulated and runs just like real-time trading. If you're trading in TradingView, you obviously have to track everything yourself, and you're not going to get the statistics, you're not going to get real balances. Unless you journal that yourself, you won't be able to benefit from that information. Over here in Forex Tester, everything will calculate straight into account as if you were trading in real time. So quickly, let's put an order on. I'll show you how to do that, and then I'll show you how that actually translates into the statistics and into the balance to help you save a lot of time and trade in the most realistic environment possible. So if we head over to the orders section over here, we could click market order. We can put in our stop loss and our take profit. And what we can actually do is manage our risk directly in here. Now, you'll know that I use Forex myself until I actually tried this software out. And what this allows you to do is calculate your risk percentages for each trade straight here in the software. Forex doesn't really allow you to do that, and you do kind of have to work out your lot sizes yourself. What we could do here is say, let's have a 40 pip stop loss or a 30 pip stop loss. We could then put in a 100 pip target, and we could then sell with 1% risk. If we do that, that's going to put a sell order on for us. And if this is a losing trade, we will see that replicated over here. And if it's a winning trade, we'll also see that replicated over here. So let's resume the simulation. We'll slow it down a little bit. And as you can see, as the trade moves, our profit loss changes over here. Our equity is changing. We're currently, running around $3,000, $4,000 in profit. So let's say we wanted to close this trade early. We could double click over here and we could click close position. You can see we sold there. We've actually ended up closing that sell, which is obviously a buyback. And we can see we made $4,400 in profit. So this was just over 1% profit. But if we go over and look at our statistics now, we'll see total trades 1, profitable trades 1, losing trades 0. We can actually see everything. We have 0.04 trades per day because the simulation's been running for 26 days and we've only taken one position. We have 1 trade per month. Our maximum profitable trade is $4,400. Our net profit, $4,400. Gross profit, also $4,400 because we haven't taken any losses yet. Our profit per month average is going to be around $5,143. That is an expectation value. Our max drawdown was $1,000. Our return percentage was 1.47%. The maximum lots that we've used was 100 lots because that's what it worked out to be our risk to. And at the moment, our profit probability is 100%. Now, let's say we take a trade that loses. So I'm going to buy into the market now. Once again, 100 lots. Now, if we let the market play it forward a little bit, let's say we close this trade now for a $1,200 loss. We will now see the updates replicated over here into our account. So we can see we've taken 2 trades, 1 won, 1 lost. Our maximum profitable trade was $4,400 and our maximum losing trade was $1,700. So now we can see the gross profit and gross loss equaling into the net profit, which is our overall take-home pay basically. It's calculated our average profit per month, our average profitable trades and losing trades. This will obviously change over time as you take more trades. Our return percentage is 0.9% and we have a 50% win-loss ratio. So you can see how beneficial this can be for actually collecting information in your tests. It doesn't matter what time frame you want to trade. You can go back nearly 20 years to actually test different data and different strategies. Whether you're swing trading, intraday trading, it's all going to work the same. And one of the things I really like about Forex Tester, which doesn't have any presence in Soft4FX, is the crossover of time frame analysis. So as an explanation, if we go to the daily time frame, let's just run this forward a little bit. So you can see here we've marked out a supply zone on the daily time frame. If we then went to the 4-hour time frame, you'd see that was replicated across into this 4-hour time frame. We could then refine it down if we wanted to, but the beauty of this is that it does cross over across time frames as if you were trading live. Now, Soft4FX unfortunately does not do this, so you do have to manually analyze every single time frame, which makes it a little bit awkward to test any strategies that aren't super mechanical. So really for me, Forex Tester 5 does take the crown over Soft4FX. Now, obviously there are benefits and drawbacks of both, and I'm going to go into that in a moment. But first of all, let me just finish up by talking about a few more points of the software before we do that. Some of the other key benefits of Forex Tester 5. You can run multiple projects. So you don't just have to stick to one. If you want to test, for example, Euro Japanese yen, maybe you want to test Bitcoin, maybe you want to test multiple strategies with different indicators or price action approaches, you can do that. So if you head over here to the new project button, you can then open one. So let's call this high. We're going to go with a 10,000 US dollar deposit. We can then choose our asset, our currency pair, our stock, our cryptocurrency. Let's say we want to trade AUD/JPY, and we want to start this from the 1st of April, 2022. We then want to finish this up on the 30th of April, 2022. What we can then do is go ahead to next, and we can actually download the missing history data, which is super simple to do. We can just update that. And then what that's going to do is put the data in for us, and we can close this down, and that's going to then open our new project. Now we can create our project, and that's going to put us straight into the markets on AUD/JPY, starting from the 1st of April. So we could now go over to, for example, the hourly time frame, let this run through a little bit. And then if we wanted to place a trade, we can do that via pending orders or market orders as we've shown. Let's do a pending order. We'll do 10 lots and we'll do this at 91.650. Our stop loss can be 30 pips and our take profit can be 60 pips. So if we were to place this order now, we can let the simulation run. We can slow it down if we want to. And if it gets tapped in, we will just run. Now, obviously, these are just random example trades. But as you can see here, got closed out at a loss. And it will show us then on the low time frames, our sell was here, and then we ended up getting closed out there. So now we can see down here, our equity and balance has changed. Once again, if you run through the statistics, it's going to show you everything. So it's a very realistic simulation environment, and it tracks absolutely everything for you automatically. So all you need to do if you really want to save screenshots of charts is literally that. Screenshot it, and then all of the other information will be collected for you within each simulation and each project that you run for different strategies, different assets, and so on. So how does this weigh up against different methods of backtesting like TradingView or, for example, Soft4FX? What I'm going to do is show you why I prefer this one personally and why I think that this can be a valuable asset to your trading if you decide to get it. Now I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison of TradingView, Soft4FX, and Forex Tester 5. I'll show you why I personally like Forex Tester 5 the most, but I'm going to tell you which one is best for you from an unbiased point of view. So we have some key pointers here and we'll go through them from top to bottom. Now, automatic data collection. Does TradingView allow you to do that? No. Software FX and Forex Tester 5 do. So you can have all of your data collected into reports automatically while you trade without the need to actually copy data over and save it all down while you're working. Does it have a MetaTrader style simulation? TradingView does not. Software FX, I say does not. It is a simulator, but it is not in the traditional way of a MetaTrader account. Forex Tester 5 is just like trading live. Software FX has its own data window that opens inside of MetaTrader, which you can then work on. In terms of actual realistic simulation, Forex Tester 5 definitely wins for me. Multiple time frame analysis, can you do this on TradingView? You can. It's very smooth. It's very nice to use. Software FX, you can't really do this because analysis will not cross over from time frame to time frame, and Forex Tester 5 is the only simulator that I know of that will allow you to do multiple time frame analysis. Custom indicators, all three of them allow you to add these. Live orders, TradingView will not allow this. Software FX and Forex Tester 5 will. Years of data, no for TradingView, but yes for Software FX and Forex Tester. They both have 20 plus years of data. Built-in tutorials, TradingView and Software FX don't have those. Forex Tester 5 has a very beginner-friendly tutorial, which is good for an overwhelming simulator, because all simulators can be overwhelming when you start using them. And built-in risk management. Now, this is actually one of my favorite points of Forex Tester 5 that lacked on Software FX. I had to manually work out position sizes for every trade I took. Now I don't have to do that. I can simply apply what risk percentage I want to use. When I place my stop loss, it's automatically going to calculate my lot size for me. So just by glancing at this chart here, you can see that Forex Tester 5 really ticks all the boxes for me of what I would want a simulator to be. TradingView runs very smooth, but lacks in simulation and data. And Software FX is a good simulator, but it's not quite as good as Forex Tester 5. Now, there are other things to consider though. First of all is the price. How much can you afford to spend on a simulator? Well, TradingView is going to be around middle price. Software FX is definitely the cheapest. It's about $100 for a lifetime with all the data included. And Forex Tester 5 can get expensive. If you want lifetime licenses with all the data, this can actually go for over $1,000. But you can get started cheap, where you can actually buy monthly packages and you can get monthly data packages, which aren't going to set you back too much whatsoever. But compared to Software FX and TradingView, it's definitely going to be the most expensive one that you can get. In terms of smoothness of use, TradingView is obviously the best. It's a charting software and it's very well laid out, so it's super smooth and super modern to use. The other two are based off of MetaTrader, so they do actually run just like MetaTrader. Now, the MetaTrader desktop app, in my opinion, is nowhere near as smooth as TradingView. So Software FX, because it has that extra simulation window, is a little bit more awkward to use than Forex Tester. So I reckon Forex Tester 5 is the second best, and Software FX is the worst in terms of smoothness of use. For data, TradingView is by far the worst. If you want to trade the 1 minute time frame, you can only go back around 2 or 3 weeks. Software FX and Forex Tester 5 both have massive amounts of data, so they are tied at the best there. As for the simulation layout and the simulation experience, TradingView is not even included in this because it's not a simulation, it's a chart software. Software FX, unfortunately, is the worst for these two, and Forex Tester 5 is the best. So overall, if you were to break it down, Forex Tester 5 is going to give you the best simulation experience compared to the others, but it is going to set you back some pennies. So Software FX is going to be a cheap entryway to get in. And if you do want the best of the best, really, in terms of simulation, Forex Tester 5 is the place to go. My overall verdict for Forex Tester goes as follows. Personally, I think every serious trader does need a simulator. TradingView, in my opinion, does just not give you enough data to seriously backtest a strategy. If you really want to build an edge, get funded fast and build your career fast rather than very, very slowly over a series of years, you need to get a simulator so you can backtest and build massive confidence and refine those strategies of yours. As far as the simulator go, Forex Tester 5 does get a 10 out of 10 review from me. Now, I really enjoyed Software FX. It just does have limitations and it's not quite as smooth to use. Now, obviously, there is room for improvement for Forex Tester 5. Personally, I wish it was as smooth as TradingView to run the charts, but unfortunately, it cannot be because it runs off of a MetaTrader style layout. So the charts work just like MetaTrader, okay? It's not really possible to have a live charting software ran into a simulation as far as I know. So there are things I wish were better, but in terms of a simulation, this is as good as you can really get in terms of smoothness, and it really provides everything that I personally need. So I would say if you've got the money to put down and you are willing to put the investment in, it's definitely worth every penny and it's going to boost your trading career, help you to backtest multiple strategies and collect all the information you could need in a very small period of time, as well as automatically collecting all that data for you so you don't have to go through all the effort yourself. Now, to clarify, Forex Tester 5 is not insanely expensive. But if you do want all of the data available, it will get a little bit more pricey than TradingView and also quite a lot more expensive than Soft4FX. If you want the full top tier simulation experience, Forex Tester 5 is going to take the cake for me. And a quick rundown of the prices of Forex Tester. There is actually a big sale running right now, but this is what I mean when I say it's a little bit more expensive. Soft4FX is around $100 lifetime for all data. This is actually $299 with the basic data. If you want the super data subscription, that's going to cost you an extra $30 a month. If you want it annually, it will cost up to $900, but that does include the full lifetime license, which is usually $300. And if you want the lifetime package, this one can run for over $1,000. Now, obviously, as you can see at the time of recording this, there is a really nice sale on. So if you do want to take advantage of that, head over to the link in my description. You can join there. Hope you enjoyed that video. The key pointers of this was to introduce you to a really good simulation platform so that if you want to take your trading to the next level, you can start simulating in a realistic environment, collecting data without having to do hours of journaling, and get a realistic feel for the market. So if you found this video valuable, please do drop a like. And if you do want to start using the Forex Tester simulation platform, head over to the link in the description. There is a discount waiting there for you. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.